summer into September, it'll be better because it's lighter nights, people are about, and when there's events on, we can ask people to fill it in as well. So I'm trying to push that forward as we speak, really. So if I were guessing, I would guess another 5 weeks, but if I can pull it to 4 weeks, I will.
So we can look, Chair, to put that on the September agenda for the council response.
Yeah, but as I said, as far as I'm concerned, there's no surprises. You can ask me what you want, you can contact me when you want, I'll come when you want. We're not here to compete. It's open, as I've been tonight, helpful. We had 170 parish councils and town council in East Riding, over 1,000 square miles, so I worked in that world all my working life and with MPs as well. So, as I said, happy to support you, happy to answer any questions as we travel forward. And if you have any ideas on reflection, let me know.
Thank you.
Even the uncomfortable ones, which says that it's a crap idea and it's not good, but, you know, I'm happy, don't just tell me what I want to hear. You know, that's the uncomfortable questions are the good ones.
I think the overriding spotlight response is quite warm and welcomed, and I think we positively want to go forward working with you, and, you know, we'll do what we can in our capacity, even if it's just information sharing, you know what I mean?
No, you have a big role to play. As colleagues from a local ward member, you've got a big role to play because it will not happen if we all don't pull together.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for your time. Thanks for bringing it forward.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, and council were all happy to receive that and everything. Yeah, thank you very much. The other agenda item I'd like to bring forward was to receive item 31. To receive a proposal from a resident relating to Bracken Hill Community Centre and consider any action required. And we've got somebody who's done it. Yeah, do the thing. Yeah.
I'm not public speaker, so
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
do I assume you read what I've sent or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So my name's Ben. I do have some things for a living. Recently I tried to get a few cabinets in antique centres displayed things for sale, and found that all the best ones had long waiting lists, barriers to entry and things like that. The other one I managed to get with Ridings and knocking that down the column anyway, and so I didn't just look into how hard could it be to set one up and where could I do it. In my opinion, Ackworth now notorious for a lot of commercial space. And I just drove and walked around the village and looked at potential buildings, which led me to the Bracken Hill Centre. So in short, really, what I'd like to do is rent it, fill the main body of it with cabinets that will be sublet to local people who could either sell or display their collectible, antique, crafts. It would definitely not be a cafe, but I'd be stupid not to make use of that kitchen with it on the corner, so I'd serve basic refreshments, emphasis on basic. There's no matcha, there's no whatever, you know, it's tea, coffees, ice creams, cans of pop. The storeroom, I'd like to sort of set it up as a vintage media section where people could book it out free of charge to watch or listen to their old media. So instead of getting it converted to digital like they do these days, they could come and play the originals for free. Headphones obviously, because no one else wants to hear it, but you know, that's just a little nice sort of thing. And then because of the proximity to the park, again, it'd be stupid not to try and sell stuff to them. I gather that the people on the allotment want to use the loo, so yeah, they'd be welcome to. They'd be welcome to have a couple of wheelbarrows or boxes outside to sell their stuff on a pay-as-you-fit. You know, like those people who sell eggs and you just chuck in a couple of or whatever, that kind of thing. So although it's only a small building, I think we could get a lot going on within it, because the cabinets aren't big. They're narrow and not deep, narrow and shallow. I think, although I've not seen a scale floor plan, I think you could go up to about 25 in. Even more if I use that storeroom area. And the idea would be to have it open consistently and frequently, but not 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I think it would be sort of trying to catch any passing traffic that's down there already, but also give them another reason to come down there. I've suggested some figures. Do you want me to go over those?
Would you? I think there'll be a lot of details we can go into. Perhaps maybe the figures need to go into details, perhaps with amenities or something like that. But would you like some councillors to sort of maybe ask?
Yeah.
Because again, it's a very interesting idea, and I think that we're always looking to see that space. It's got some issues, I would say, in terms of its location and size and so on for some groups, so they haven't been able to use it. But yeah, it's certainly something we'd welcome. Any use out of it would be certainly welcome. John, sorry.
Hi, Ben. Just a couple of things. First one is, at the end of your presentation, you said the privately owned building, which is currently JC Powerco, would make an ideal place like that. Is that something you've started?
No.
So that's just.
Yeah. So all I'm saying with that is, it's not.
So this isn't just going to be like an interim until you get.
No. I've got no insight into that whatsoever. All I'm saying is, if it really takes off,
and it's successful as the one first, then
I'd need somewhere bigger. But I don't know if you're all agreeing, but just nowhere in Ackworth.
The second thing was just about security, really, because obviously at the moment there's nothing in that building apart from a bucket and mop and things like that. If it's going to be full of antiques and things that are worth money, have you got any thoughts on security?
Is it already CCTV up? I think it is, isn't it?
Not that side.
No.
Well, I mean, that would be.
It's got shutters. It's lockable and it's got shutters and it's got things like that.
I think
I'm just thinking about if somebody comes, if I put some of my valuables into it, I'd be saying, "What's your insurance?" Would that be your responsibility?
Yeah, that'd be mine.
Right, what I don't want to do is, as a parish council, take on the responsibility of having to insure something that's,
Yeah, no, I mean, in sort of like paragraph at the top, it's essentially a privately owned business. But to the average Joe in the street, it might look like it's a community thing, and I think that's a positive.
Yeah.
So, the risk in that sense is on me. But physically, we need CCTV. I'm guessing it's got an alarm.
Not that side, no. It's just
We would just need everything then.
Yeah.
Have you not been inside the building?
Sorry, go on, Stephen.
Oh, sorry, have you finished?
I'm going to bring.
No,
wait,
go on, sorry.
go on.
Just a quick one. Have you been inside the building?
Yeah, just once with Jem,
Yeah. Carry on.
Ian,
Yeah, so one question and one general comment, but sorry to be like parking warden things. The second time I'm asking this, but obviously parking's going to be an issue. Wakefield Road's quite busy already with the electric field, where it's called now, and very close by. I mean, your suggestion here is people park on Wakefield Road. I mean, it doesn't sound like a great solution from a parking perspective. It's just going to annoy local residents.
Well, it's not going to be White Rail Centre, put it like that.
Well, no, it's not. That's quite true.
But, I mean, once you get past the allotments, there are no residents on the left-hand side.
There's no parking either, is there?
It's wide enough, so people on firework night, people do. So, I'm going to nowhere. In 10 years, I'll have 4,000 people from there. So,
Okay, so the second comment I've got is, I say not questioning you necessarily, but I know the craft inn is very close by and they do cabinet hire for local businesses and stuff. I just wonder we just need to be mindful of that we might be, if we approve this or give support to this, we might be seen to be jeopardising their business.
Oh, good. Well, I think that's fair. I mean, I don't know if we're at that stage yet.
I agree.
Good. Well, I think it's a good.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I think my emphasis, if there was any crafts, I'd want that to be the minority. If I had empty cabinets and someone come along with crafts, I'm not going to say no, but I would like it to be more. Antiques is a difficult one because they're finite.
Yeah.
You know, it's more sort of collectibles and.
What is an antique these days anyway?
Yeah.
So.
And what's an antique today? What isn't an antique today might be tomorrow. So I'm not trying to create like a craft thing, but if someone does want the stuff in there, then I probably will stay with.
I think generally it's a really good idea to use the space at the moment and to get something in it that's going to be good to the village. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, thank you. Go on, Andy.
Well, obviously, I've got the proposal at 35.1 about that,
Yeah.
which I put in not knowing this. And I think, you know, it's just the sort of thing that I was thinking somebody might want to do. And so I've looked into it a little bit from the wider perspective. And we don't have to, but it's recommended good practice, obviously, if you are doing something like that, to notify everybody.
Yeah,
I suppose that was my proposal in a way, to say, hey, we've got a building here, nobody's using it, anybody want to? And I think, you know, I'm not saying it's against you at all, you might be the only person that says, go, you know, they're interested. But I do wonder if there's a best practice for the community, you know, there might be somebody else that says, God, that'd be just what I want. And, you know, maybe we need to consider that. I don't know quite how that fits between this discussion and my proposal.
Yeah.
But that was, you know, if I don't say it now, I might be too late.
Without giving everyone, I noticed that we had to go proposal and then obviously we have this.
Yeah.
Item as well, yeah.
So I just thought I'd say that now, that was all. But,
Yes.
you know,
No, thank
as
you.
a consideration. But yeah, it seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
Just from my side, I don't know anything about what you do, but you know.
Yeah, just go back to the parking and where they actually physically park. You know, I can't control that. In the same way you can't control where park goers park already. But the lane that's between the allotment fence and the fish and chip shop is almost like walking there back in time anyway. And I would quite like to, with permission, not stick things on people's houses, but sort of embrace it a bit more. And maybe on the allotment fence, given that they're using the loos, have something that takes you back in time, a bit like that Nicholas Lindy's programme, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you.
But where they put the cars, you know, unless we build a multi-story, it's going to be a problem for electric theatre, firework night. The only thing I say about mine is, if it's 4 cars at any given time, I think that'll be what it is.
A win-win.
Okay?
A win-win for you.
I suppose the only question I've got myself is what sort of time span are you looking at? Because obviously this is quite an interesting proposal. And again, as a parish council, we're certainly always looking to find people to use that building. And as Andy said as well, what sort of time frame are you looking at? So I'm not sure we can necessarily make a decision right here, right now sort of thing. We might need to just defer and go into some...
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean,
you can share with...
yeah, like I say, I've got a job, you know, I'm self-employed house cleaners, so that'll just carry on. This is a complementary second business. I mean, if you were to ask me to answer it directly, I'd like to do it before Christmas to try and tap into the Christmas upturn and buying things, but yeah, if it's not, it's not.
Because I'm therefore invite, like, if you share some information with, like, what information you have with the clerk in terms of like finances and, you know, some more detailed proposals and that sort of thing, and that could be shared out amongst councillors by email and taken to either amenities or next full council, and we could defer like necessarily a decision on this like straight away, because I think we've probably got a lot of questions, but I think we're definitely, again, similar to the cricket proposal, we're certainly always looking for a positive, you know, plan and want to work with you collaboratively on that. And Ian, I'll bring you.
So maybe a question, Joe. Do you know what the process is for changing the use of the building?
Oh, my next question.
You'd have to go through Whitefield Council, but I think as part of this, it would almost be initially like a long-term hire. We would do it in that sense to see if it's successful and it works for both parties, and then we would have to look into the changeover. But I can do that beforehand, before anything's agreed through the village amenities.
Yeah, I was just it's a way of expediting the process where, I mean, you're talking about it being a 6-month trial period, don't you? I mean, from your perspective, if it was ceased after 6 months, would that be a problem, or is it?
If it was, sorry.
If we gave a 6-month agreement and we stopped it after 6 months, obviously, costs are involved, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's just a few cabinets.
Yeah. All I'm thinking is, can we expedite it and say we'll agree to a 6-month and then take Andy's proposal later on and open it up to a wider thing? If it's a successful venture and we can get change of use and we can do it that way. It just seems a shame for it to be sitting there and us to twiddle our thumbs for a few months and not actually getting benefit out of it. Sorry, there's a lot of words there, wasn't it?
I just think it's quite a big issue to just really decide that. But
yeah,
I mean, is that what you're proposing?
I'm not proposing necessarily. I don't know what the process is about getting it changed, and it's like how much of an issue that would be. And
I think we might need further information first. Again, like you just mentioned, the change of use of that, and again, that might be information you need to know as well in terms of timescales for yourself as well. So I think if we could have an exchange of information to be shared out and defer it and bring it back to the next available meeting with a full council, or
Council can certainly defer it to the July meeting. That'll be the first one. The village amenities don't meet until the end of July, and then those minutes go to September, so that would cause quite a delay.
yeah.
I can find out about change of use for the July meeting. The only thing that I just need some clarification on change, you've said financial information, but there's a section there. So when Ben and I met at the centre, those were some of the questions that Ben asked.
Sure.
So we did share what was budgeted for the centre and what was used in the previous year, and that's what those figures are based on.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So unless there's more that council want on that.
Well, I suppose we could leave it open and bring it back to July's meeting to make a decision. Would that seem fair to council? Would that be okay with yourselves?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Just,
Could I just ask if we could find out about insurance for the building and check there, if that's going to be a commercial enterprise, then would that alter our insurance, or would the commercial enterprise be responsible for how that would affect our insurance?
just to double check, you want to propose it for?
If you're deferring it or agreeing it in principle, it depends what you're doing with the chair, but I think it's probably best.
So if we defer, I'm going to propose to defer gaining further information and just get some clarification and work with you on that, and hopefully with that in a month's time we should be able, at the next full council meeting, we should be able to, so I'll propose that. Do I have a seconder? John seconded. Any other? No? Votes in favour then, please. At full house.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Cheers. Okay, so item 25, so back to the normal agenda now. So to consider for approval of the minutes of the Parish Council meeting held on the 11th of May 2026 is a true and correct record. Any comments or questions? Can I get a proposer? Ian proposing? Seconder? Andrew is seconding. Votes in favour then, please, for accepting those. Thank you, full house. Thank you. 26, to receive applications for the exclusive rights of burial. We've got that information in our supplementary.
Just one chair.
Just one.
Yeah.
And we're just receiving that, so there we go. 27, financial matters. So 27.1, to receive and consider for approval the accounts including bank statements to the end of April 2026. We've got that in our packs. Are there any comments or questions? Have you received any?
No, not
No. Can I get a proposal and seconder? John proposing, Lynn seconding. Votes in favour of accepting those? Full house, thank you very much. 27.2, to receive and consider for approval payments to be made and petty cash account 8th of June 2026. We're just receiving those.
And
There we go. You can see the gallows coming up.
you can, yes. Thank you.
I'll just confirm as well, Emma, plumbing is nothing to do with me, just Adam's marriage.
Yes, lots of compliance. One of the biggest surprises this month, as you will spot, was the testing of the emergency lights, where 22 of them failed and needed replacing. That's the cost of that one. Yeah. And that's where you do the 3-hour discharge test.
How many needs an end replacement, right?
Sorry?
How many need replacing?
22. It's on your paper.
It's not specific about this, but I'm just looking how much we're paying Bradford Council for replaceables and really how much they are, and if we do that each year, we can buy them our own. And then we can make it back to other people. That's another topic for another occasion, but, you know,